All right, Inter Air Expo Internet. I can't remember what the hell that IAE stands for. 2150, and we are back in part 2. We are downstairs. We're going to go back upstairs in a little bit, but after looking at the carrot, we're looking at some smaller ships. This ship is the F8 Lightning, not currently in the game, will soon be in the game or eventually be in the game. It's a heavy fighter, supposed to be a very, very good heavy fighter, but I've never flown it. Very cool looking. This ship is a Valkyrie. I don't know why the NPCs are all blocking the signs here. It's annoying. The Valkyrie is a drop ship. And a drop ship is meant to carry Marines into action. You can see from the rear it is heavily armored. It has these 4 nacelle engines that can pivot up and down to provide vertical lift for this thing in any environment. It has a cargo bay that can hold some military equipment. And it has room for 20 Marines in these armored Marine transport units. We have a lower and there's also an upper gun turret. But to get to the upper one, we actually have to go up. So we'll take the stairs up. You can see the flight deck and the access to the upper turret. You can also look over the balcony to the transporter for the vehicles here. There we go. We also have bunk beds. I think there's 6 bunk beds. There's a latrine here. One latrine for all the guys, pretty bad. Remote gunner positions. And downstairs here is a very heavily fortified cockpit for the pilot. You can see that we do have a microwave there as well, or something to warm the food up anyway, a food prep station. And if we go back down here, come on, down, not up. There we go. Now what is this thing open here? Why is this open? Seems kind of strange that it's curved like that. I don't know what that is. And it seems like something needs to be closed back up. Huh. Anyway, you can also see that there are nice wide egress points for the Marines to drop off on either side of the Valkyrie. It really is an overgrown helicopter turned into a spaceship for doing armored drops of personnel. And then the other ship down here is the Parapen, fondly called the Turtle. It also has 4 nacelles for great maneuverability. However, this is a reconnaissance ship for one. It is not meant to be flown with a crew. It is meant for one person to fly into enemy territory undetected. It has very low profile. And then to sit in the control station and listen to enemy traffic, enemy conversation. It's not particularly comfortable. Gonna turn the light on. It has a microwave up here, a pretty small bed down here. No amenities of any other kind other than, of course, you do need a toilet and a shower if you're going to be spending a week or more on a ship that is this Spartan and every other means. You're also probably not going to be landing for that entire duration. So this little cockpit is all you're going to have. Alright. Let's get out of here. Make our way back up and see the rest of the expo. All one. If you're seeing the little health at 94% down there, that is because I tripped and fell like an idiot. Okay, so this actually goes out to where we came in from. And there is the Carrack, and we were on the top floor of the Carrack, top level of the Carrack, when I abruptly stopped that video by hitting the wrong button. So, we have ship parts, ship components here. We have the, what is this, the Hurricane, that's right, the Hurricane, which is a heavy fighter that is in the game, very formidable ship. Has 2 guns for the pilot and another 4 guns for the gunner station. Also has missiles in it. It is a ship you don't want to be on the other side of, that's for sure. If we go under the Carrack now so you can appreciate its massive size once more. We have more ship components, of course. And we have a couple other ships here. We have the Gladiator, which is I would call it a medium bomber, maybe even a light bomber, because there is another bomber that is the heavy bomber. This is a fairly sneaky fly in, drop the bombs, and leave kind of vessel. It does have guns, but the guns are by no means the strong suit of this. It is, well, it's not really even bombs, they're torpedoes. They are large guided missiles called torpedoes in this thing, along with an array of regular small missiles as well. We have a variety of sizes of guns, from laser weapons to ballistic weapons to kinetic weapons. Rail guns, a variety of guns there. This is an Arrow, which is a very light and fairly cheap fighter. It is very popular on carriers, as you can fold up the wings and place a lot of these in the bays. And then if we go down here, we have the land vehicles. This is the brand new Anvil Spartan, just came out last week. And it is a personnel carrier, armored personnel carrier. Open the door. There's room for the driver in a heavily armored canopy here. We have 8 Marines in the back, along with their guns. It has 3 egress points, 1 on each side and 1 on the back. They've disabled that door apparently. Oh no, it is there. Okay. Not too comfortable, but comfortable enough to get you where you need to go. And here we have the Ballista, I believe. Yes, the Anvil Ballista, which is an armored rocket platform, and it has a light skin here. It has a driver and a missile operator seat right here. So it's essentially the front end of the ship we just looked at, or the truck we just looked at. So from that, we can go back up and see the other halls. Actually, I think we were in hall 3. There's one other thing. Yeah. There is, let's see, that was hall 3. We saw hall 1. So I think that over there is going to be hall 4. Hull 2, I guess, not 4. I think 3 is the one that we came out of. 3 is the one we saw. I'll just double check here. Yep, this is the one with the Valkyrie. Okay. I'm breathing heavily now because I'm running. And then we have a bunch more fighters here. Looks like most of them are related. And these are the F7 series fighters. Starting with, what is this? This is the F7 Hornet Ghost. The Ghost is a low profile, low emissions, low visibility fighter version of the F7. Right next to it is the F7R, which is the tracker. So the tracker is similar to the Ghost, not as invisible. The radar and whatnot doesn't have the same coatings on it, the same materials, but it is the same prototype fighter, and it has, its specialty is a radar dish up top that picks up a lot more signals that the Ghost would not. Now, as we come down here, this is the F7A Hornet. So this is the regular version, if you will, of what the Ghost and the Tracker are specialty versions of. Comes with 5 guns on it, 5 gun guns. And then over here is the Super Hornet. Now the Super Hornet is a 2-seater, where the rest of the Hornets are 1-seaters. So this has a canopy for a pilot and a gunner, and otherwise it does have a similar gun loadout to what the Hornet has. This version right now has 6 guns on it, so 2 on the bottom, 2 on the wings, and 2 controlled by the gunner up top. So many Hornets all in one place. This is the... Oh, what the hell? What's the difference between that Hornet and this one? Now I'm confused. This is the F7 B Hornet. Okay, what's that one? Oh, the green paint. F7A Hornet. Okay, this is the A version. Oh, that's the original. Okay, I got it. The A version is the only one that was originally manufactured. So this is sort of the granddaddy version. And I guess we can see that by a more, like the landing legs are different, the gun attachment armature is different. This was more of the first generation of the Hornets, where this is clearly the current generation, more advanced design for the same. Okay, that's neat to see though, if we can see the sort of the evolution of what this ship used to look like and what it currently looks like. And that right there is the base version of the Hornet in the modern imagination, I guess. And this is the Wildfire, which is, honestly, from all I can tell, it is exactly the same thing, just painted a different color. But it does come by default, not just with a different color, but with a slightly different loadout of guns. So you do get a single large size gun up there, where here you only have the 2 guns on the wings, on the base model, On the Super Hornet, which is the two-man version, you have dual gun turret up top, but they're slightly smaller than the one that's on the Wildfire. And of course, you also have the cheek guns on the bottom here as well. So these are all a variety of Hornets made by Anvil, and available today only for most of these, and only the Super Hornet and the regular Hornet, I believe, are going to be available for the, like, anytime you want to join the game, you can buy those. Now, of course, when I say limited availability, I mean for US cash. All of these ships, well, most of these ships, I don't think the red one there would be, but most of these ships are available anytime in-game with in-game currency. But they only rarely become available to purchase for US dollar currency. And I believe that is it for the haul. So I think this is going to wrap up day one. Day one only of a 10-day cycle for the convention. And this concludes Anvil Day. I'll be back tomorrow with the next manufacturer.